Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time we've been waiting for. The formation lap has been completed. The drivers are on the grid. Atomics, Beast Mode, the championship leaders are going to be here right at the front. Sokofa all the way in the last row. What is he going to do with it? We're about to find out here, as we have 12 seconds till this thing is going to get underway. And again, it is super important to look at here how this race is going to start for everybody in particular. But who I'm looking for most is the man himself, Atomics. What is he going to do on the start as we get ready for what should be a phenomenal Dutch Grand Prix here in Zandvoort? And it is lights out, and away we go. Atomics gets a great start. Beastman has the preferred inside line. Atomics going to go right there and ride that inside line right away and take that first position away from Beast Mode. A really, really good restart from him. And again, you look at Freakies and Wama, the two teammates, the McLarens, side by side with each other as they go through what is one of the most iconic parts of this circuit, I have to say. You then have Cyrex, then you have Sokofa, all jockeying for positions as they go around this Dutch circuit. And again, thanks to Commander for making this all possible. We wouldn't be here without him. And Atomics, Beast Mode, and TMK. Beast Mode's goal really is just to stay in DRS at the moment. Same thing with everybody else. But you got to be really careful when you race on a circuit like this. Especially the tight corner here as Atomics goes a little wide. Almost hit the barrier. But he kept it green and clean as Beast Mode is going to go right on his back bumper. There's a lot of talk about what could happen here in Zandvoort, as DRS is going to be enabled this time by. Does Beast Mode have the DRS off of Atomics as they go through the banking here? One thing with Beast Mode, he's a very aggressive driver, and we're going to see if he's even more aggressive as the season progresses. It is rumored to believe that Sokofa's last race of the season is going to be today, which is quite unfortunate, but he did bring up a really good point that, you know, it really isn't his championship to win at the moment. It's really in Beast Mode's hands, but at the same time, I'd rather drink paint thinner than see Beast Mode win a championship. That's what he said, and we'll see how that actually turns out to be. And TMK pitting early, so some sort of strategy. It looks like maybe a penalty. I don't know. But Atomics right now leading comfortably. And it's a penalty for TMK for getting out of this car. So that is a huge, huge loss for him. And Atomics gets a track limit warning. You don't see that a lot at all. And here they go down the front stretch again. Beast Mode not making a mood yet. Freaky's all the way in third now, as Club's also in fourth. They are all stacked up here. Yes, solo commentary again. Yes, sir. We'll see if anybody can even pass here. One thing that I've noticed really is you see a lot of drivers really saving fuel early on as the race goes on, especially early on. You don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to put too much gas on the pedal. Or pedal to the metal, I should say. As Beast Mode's going to go try around the outside of Atomics. Is he going to make the move for the lead? He needs to win this race if he wants to be the championship. And it honestly looks like he's going to try and keep that position. They're side by side as they go through the banking now. Beast Mode's going to have the preferred inside line. He's going to zip around the outside, make the move, but Atomics is still there right there on this outside as well. They're still side by side. Beast Mode does not have that preferred inside line, unfortunately. So Atomics might keep this position. Freaky's are going to try and slide in behind. Beast Mode still is right there. It's so close for that first position, but Atomics is going to hold on to it for now. Beast Mode still being in this whole talk here it's really intriguing for sure. Is Beast Mode going to absolutely send it? He is. He's going to send it up the outside. What is he going to do here? That was really close. Really close. I mean, goodness gracious. That could have been really bad. Everybody packed up here. Let's get into the machine of clubs here on this front stretch. Beast Mode going to go around the outside of Atomics. Is he going to make it stick? He does. Beast Mode takes the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. The crowd roars in approval for this. Championship implications here if Beast Mode wins this race. And there's a lot of talks about the possibility of Cyrax joining Mercedes next season, as he finds himself all the way in 5th place early on in this Grand Prix. A lot of drivers just kind of staying with each other here. Atomic's going to ride that inside line again. Not being too aggressive either, but Beast Mode leading this Grand Prix. Super important, but Atomics actually sends it. Freaky's it to the wall. He was all the way in 3rd place. Got a bumper glitch off of the back of the Atomics machine, and he's all the way in the back now of this pack. Quite unfortunate if you are Freaky's. He's done such a good job recently. Been very consistent. Been very good. I mean, that's all you really got to say. Genuinely. Give him all the credit he deserves. And Atomics sees a bumper glitch off back of Beast Mode. And he lost it. What is wrong with Atomics? He dropped a ton of positions. Or not positions, sorry. He just dropped a ton. I don't know what happened there. There might be something wrong with Atomics. That car has just slowed down a lot more compared to the drivers behind him. Huge championship implications right now as Beast Mode leads this Grand Prix. Again, if you're just tuning in, hello everyone, welcome back to another broadcast of Formula Nitro Racing. And right now, it seems that Beast Mode is leading. And he's trying to hold on for another 48 laps or so. $46 laps. Something around those lines, but just trying to pull away from Atomics, but I don't think Atomics is going to let him do that. Everybody has DRS off of Atomics right now. Clubs and Cyrax right there. You look at the consistency for Atomics, it's kind of dwindled as of late. Had some unlucky finishes. Hasn't been as consistent. And he's looking for a play to make here as the race goes on. He's right there with Beast Mode still. You just cannot pull away with the DRS zones at all. Let's go through the order here. It's Beast Mode, Atomics, Clubs. That's your podium. Cyrax, Sokofa, Freakies, Hunter, Doma. And then all the way back here, you have CJ and TMK, who had a penalty at the start of this thing. Beast Mode going a little wide there through the corner. What do you do in a situation like this if you're a driver? If you have the DRS here, is Atomics going to be aggressive and send it down the inside? He's just going to kind of, I think, just saving. Here they go to the banking again. Again, something that I've learned is that consistency and momentum and rhythm are keys in Formula Nitro more than anything. You look at the championship winners that have won championships, and most of them have won because of momentum, because of rhythm. One of them being Hurricane. Hurricane won multiple races, got into a rhythm, and won that championship in Season 1. You look at Nas, he was very consistent. He had a rhythm. Same thing of Sokofa. I mean, the same thing can be said about Beast Mode. There's a lot of things you can say. Frost, very consistent. Atomic's one of them as well. I mean, there's a lot of talks about how it is so important to just keep a rhythm. And Red Hot Clubs is on the full throttle. Atomic kind of saving here. And Freaky's is back in this thing right now. Trying to send it down the inside of Cyrex and Clubs. And he lost it. That was really close as they went through the banking. And what I mean by lost it is he's wide here. Is Sokofa going to let him in? Sokofa's going to force him wide here on the outside. And Freaky's is going to drop all the way down to the back here. If he's not lucky. And he is lucky. So he might be ahead of Sokofa here. It depends. Nope, he's going to drop behind. So right now we're looking at this pack with Beast Mode, Atomics, Clubs, Cyrex, Sokofa, Freakies, and Hunter. Lap 12 out of 54. So far, so good. And again, chat, who do you got winning this Grand Prix? Let me know down below. Atomic's really just trying to find something here. I think he's just not being too aggressive. Not trying to cost himself the race here. You see a lot of drivers just go really early and try and make a very aggressive move, and it doesn't pay off for them. Instead, it backfires completely. And you don't want to see that for any of these drivers. Through the banking again, Atomic's right there, but Clubs is gaining more and more on Atomics each lap. I would not be surprised if we saw Clubs make this a 1-2 finish for Aston Martin if he can keep his consistency going right now. No track limits right now for Beast Mode. 2 for Atomics. 1 for the man himself, Cyrex. And you have 1 for CJ, Freakies, and then 2 for Wanma, who is all the way in the back here of Doma. And here comes Atomics on the outside, trying to make the move, and he's forced his Beast Mode wide! Clubs goes into the wall, and so does Cyrex. And what an aggressive move by Atomics. That is definitely going to be reviewed there. A very aggressive move from Atomics. Gives him the lead. So now it's a 2-3 finish right now at the moment. It would be a double podium for Aston Martin. Beast Mode gets brake checked in the next week. What is going on with Atomics? And there is an issue. A blue flag has been initiated here. We're going to see the audio here. I'm going to get the radio on so I can hear what they're saying. Atomics is dropping all the way in the back here at the moment. And it seems like he's having some sort of connection issue. Sokofa's on the outside, trying to make the move on Atomics. Atomics was in the lead 2 laps ago, or maybe even a lap ago. And right now, he has dropped all the way in the back. And he is now so far back that he doesn't even see Beast Mode out there in front. It is a 1-2 right now for Aston Martin. Cyrax, probably the future Mercedes driver, in third. And here comes Atomics again. He has that move. He has the speed, but so does Sokofa. Sokofa has it, and he is going to ride behind him here as they go into pit lane. And Sokofa just flies up into the air. I don't know how he saved it. That was really close. And here's Wanma and Doma, who again are so far back with Team K and Freakies as well, on some sort of pit strategy, it seems. We'll see if it pays off for these drivers. You can see how quiet it is here in the banking, and then Clubs and Hunter are going to come around, and it just gets really loud. As they're going to go down pit lane here. Clubs and Hunter pitting here. And how's it going to play off for these drivers here? Wanma and Doma. Here's Doma down the inside of Wanma, and he's going to make the move there. There's TMK and Freakies as well. And Beast Mode is going to be in first place. Provisionally. Some of these drivers still have to pit. All of them are on the lead lap though. So Doma right now I think is leading this Grand Prix. Beast Mode absolutely dominated this Grand Prix here. He still has to pit though, so this could definitely play into the strategy. Low fuel now on the Beast Mode machine. This all comes down to this here. 47 laps in, 54 have to be complete in order to win this thing. And then after this as well, you got NASCAR at Atlanta, a night race for the first time on a Saturday this whole year, which is awesome. Cannot wait for that. But again, this is what I'm talking about. Consistency, rhythm, momentum. Beast Mode has really done all that. He's done an incredible job today, and he's just hoping that he makes absolutely no mistakes at all on these upcoming laps. You obviously have to pit, and you have to be as quickly as possible. But the problem is, you have no DRS for the last couple laps. Look at the drivers behind you. They have DRS. They have a pack, they have a group, and they can all work together as a team to get to where Beast Mode is now. Is Beast Mode going to go down pit lane here? We're going to find out right now. As Beast Mode's going to go down pit lane, he sure will. How will Beast Mode do here with this pit stop? These drivers are still a lap down. But how is this going to play out here? Beastman's going to go off pit road. Here comes Atomics. Cyrax and Zakofa. It looks like Atomics, Cyrax, and Zakofa, Clubs and Freakies are all going to pass the Beastman machine. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it is Atomics leading the Grand Prix and Cyrax in second. Atomics has had one heck of a day. Chaos everywhere he looks. But some way, somehow, he is right now winning this Grand Prix. On lap 48. Beastman's led 26 laps today. And there's a caution. And there's a safety car. This changes everything. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is what we're waiting for. This is what everybody was hoping for. Everybody on lap 50. We're ready to get going. The green flag is out and we're back underway. TMK is trying to win. Doma in second. Wanma there as well. Atomics is there as well. How's it going to play off for these drivers here? Beast Mode's so far back. What a disaster of a race for him. Here comes TMK around the corner. Doma there as well. And then it is Wanma. Who would have thought these would be the top 3 drivers at the end of this thing? Lap 51 out of 54. They were praying for a safety car and they got it. This pack that was with each other the whole race, pretty much. And here they go down the front stretch again. DRS is enabled this time by. TMK pulling away right now. TMK trying to do something that he did last week, but it didn't quite work out for him. The penalty that happened, that played a part of it. He was trying to get his first ever win in Formula Nitro, F1. And right now, it really comes to play. So the final lap is out here. TMK trying to hold on. And so right now it looks like it's going to be TMK, Wanma, and Doma as your podium, unless Atomics has something to say about it. Trying to go down the inside. Can't quite do it. TMK has honestly had one of the craziest strategies we've seen all day. We weren't even focusing on him this entire race. He was way back. And it doesn't matter anymore. Because this man is going to do something that he couldn't do last weekend. He's going to avenge the penalty that he got at the end of the race last week. He is going to win here in Zandvoort. And he has won his first ever race in Formula 1. It was a long time coming for TMK. He finally gets it done. And he stopped the car into the barrier. He's got 10 track limits though.